President Tinubu retires service chiefs, advisors, Comptroller General of Customs, appoints new ones. 22 killed in fresh attacks in Barikin Ladi as 24-hour curfew imposed on Mangu local government area of Plateau State. Gunmen kidnap monarch wife in Kogi State. On the foreign scene, 43 Al-Shabaab fighters killed in an airstrike in Somalia. Hello and welcome to Trust TV News Update. I'm Amina Yuguda. President Bola Tinubu has approved the immediate retirement of all service chiefs and Inspector General of Police, advisors, Comptroller General of Customs from service, as well as their replacements with immediate effect. Here's a list of those affected.
National Security Advisor, Major General Chris Musa, who is the Chief of Defense Staff. Major General Tawhid Lagbaja, who is the new Chief of Army Staff, and Rear Admiral E.A. Ogala as Chief of Naval Staff. Similarly, Air Vice Marshal H.P. Abubakar is now the Chief of Air Staff, while Deputy Inspector General of Police Kayode Egbetokun will act as Inspector General of Police. In the same vein, the President approved the appointment of Adiza Bala Usman as Special Advisor, Policy Coordination, and Anatu Musa Musawa as Special Advisor, Culture and Entertainment Economy. Senator Abdullahi Abubakar Gumel is to take up the portfolio of Senior Special Assistant National Assembly Matters for the Senate, while Olarewaju Ibrahim will hold sway as Senior Special Assistant National Assembly Matters for the House of Representatives. The President also approved the appointment of Adeniyi Bashir Adewale as the Acting Comptroller General of Customs. The appointed service chiefs, the Inspector General of Police and the Comptroller of General Customs, are to act in their positions pending their confirmation in accordance with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
At least 22 people were killed on Sunday, while many others were injured in fresh attacks in villages of Barikin Ladi and Mangu town of Mangu, Plateau State. A spokesperson of the State Police Command, DSP Alabo Alfred, who confirmed the latest killings, confirmed that 2 people were killed in Mangu town, while 20 others were killed in the villages of Barikin Ladi of the state. Ado Musa completes the report.
There has been a series of attacks and killings recently in the state, especially in Barikin Ladi, Riom, and Mangu local government areas of the state, where many were reportedly killed. The latest incident is coming 3 days after 13 persons were killed in Rauru community of Barikin Ladi. However, the fresh incidents occur on Sunday. While the first incident occurred in the evening, the second one happened in the night when gunmen stormed the villages of Kak, Ranyam, Ingik, Lohala and Buka of Barikin Ladi local government area and killed about 20 residents.
We got reports in Barikin Ladi that as we speak, about 15 people lost their lives, and as of today, another 5 persons has been buried this morning, which makes the total number to be of deaths to be 20. We want to assure you that the command is saddened with this information, but like we said, we will continue to beg our people, please meet our DPOs, get their numbers. These are the first responders to any crime within that axis.
The police spokesperson further gives an update of what has happened in Mangu, where 2 persons lost their lives.
Because of the massive onslaught that we have meted on their hideout, they are on the run. And of course, because they are on the run, they will try to do everything possible to find a way to escape, and anybody that comes in their way may become a casualty. So we use this opportunity to also inform them that because of our work within that area, the hoodlums are running away. Please, if you see them, inform our DPOs, inform our area commanders, call our tactical teams.
While condemning the incident, member representing Mangu South constituency in the State Assembly appreciated the role of youth in restoring peace in the area. Crisis between the Fulani and farming communities has escalated in the state, with both parties trading blames against each other. Ado Musa, Trust TV News, Jos.
Gunmen have kidnapped Shadrach Obibeni, Oba of Idofin, and his wife in Yagba, East LGA of Kogi State. Obibeni and his wife were kidnapped along Makutu Idofin Road in the state at about 5 p.m. on Monday. Yagba East Local Government Council Chairman Abdurazak Ashiru confirmed the incident. The council boss said alerts and messages have been sent to all the traditional rulers and community leaders in Okun land to be vigilant and conduct a thorough search for the rescue of the couple. As at the time of filing this report, the Kogi Police Command's Public Relations Officer, SP Williams Ovie Aya, said he has not been briefed by the VPO of the affected area on the incident. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will on Thursday, June 22nd, make his first official trip overseas since his inauguration as Nigeria's new leader on May 29, 2023. The president will join world leaders in Paris, France, said his special advisor on special duties, communication and strategy, Dele Alake, in a statement on Monday. Alake said the president will join other world leaders to review and sign a new global financial pact that places vulnerable countries on priority list for support and investment. Following the devastating impact of climate change, the energy crises, and the after effect of the COVID-19 pandemic. The summit, which will be hosted by President Emmanuel Macron of France, will be held at Palais Bonnere. According to the president's advisor, the two-day summit will look at opportunities to restore fiscal strength to countries facing difficulties, especially the most indebted, mobilize innovative financing for countries vulnerable to climate change, foster development in low-income countries, and encourage investment in green infrastructure for the energy transition in emerging and developing economies. The president will be accompanied by members of the Presidential Policy Advisory Council and senior government officials. He will return to Abuja on Saturday. Now, tricycle riders in Kaduna are losing their jobs due to the inability to maximize profit as a result of the hike in a fuel pump price. Some tricycle riders in the metropolis say that they are now operating at a loss and therefore cannot meet up with daily remittances to the owners of the tricycles. Bello Musa has more.
Price of goods and services skyrocketed after the announcement of subsidy removal. In Kaduna, commercial tricycle riders have been hard hit and are finding it difficult to meet up with their basic needs. We are still in the business because we have no other option, but we are operating at a loss. Most people are out of the business. We are suffering to balance to the owners on daily basis, and they are now beginning to collect their tricycle from us. Some of us had to stop the business because they can't maximize profit at the exorbitant price of the fuel. Ali Aliyu has been a commercial tricycle rider for long. He is now entertaining fear of losing his job. We are in a predicament when we are appealing to the owners to reduce our daily payment from 15,000 in a week to 10,000. According to the tricycle operators, the present situation has made business uncertain. We may consider additional increase in the fare because we have to survive. If it continues this way, we will continue to suffer. Tricycles, popularly known as keke napep, are the most widely used means of transportation in Nigeria. The business, which generates thousands of jobs, is now facing serious challenge due to the increase in the pump price. Bello Musa, Trust TV News, Kaduna.
Now, ahead of Eid al-Kabir celebrations, ram sellers in Bauchi State are expecting sales to pick up as soon as salaries for the month of June are paid to workers in the state. Adamu Imam reports that Muslim faithful in the state are also hopeful of making their sacrifice despite the present economic situation.
As Muslims prepare to witness another Eid al-Adha regarded as the festival of sacrifices, Bauchi residents are praying for government intervention as ram prices are higher than expected.
You can't afford the price they have been selling is too cost. You understand? The animals were too cost. The price of the animals are too cost. In the sense that people they cannot afford to buy. The ram that you can buy at 40,000 now, it will cost you almost 80 to 70,000. So you can see as you can even see the situation.
To be able to get one or two for the CS, inshallah, but from the look of things, the cattle, what do you call it, ram, they are not affordable at all. Maybe due to some factors I don't know.
While ram dealers at Durum Weekly Market appeal for government at all levels to quickly pay June salary to enable more patronage in the state.
We are expecting government to pay June salary because without the payment of workers, the market will be so boring. Honestly, it is necessary for government to release money so that the market will flourish. We sellers cannot enjoy without the people coming to buy our rams. I hope they will do the needful.
This government should look at masses, understand? It's all our government that we vote for, so they can help us so that everybody will live fine. See food problem, people are complaining of food. You see corn now is 450. Rice. Let the border should be open so that people will have relief.
The buyers are, however, wary that market dealers are conniving with middlemen, known locally as Enchori, to increase prices. Adam Imam, Trust TV News, Bauchi.
And more than 40,000 Nigerian intending pilgrims have arrived Mecca, the birthplace of Prophet Muhammad, upon whom be peace, ahead of this year's Hajj rituals in the holiest city of Islam. The pilgrims who have now completed their Umrah or Lesser Hajj are being encouraged to pray 5 daily prayers at the Masjid Al-Haram, the Grand Mosque, in view of its abundant rewards. Sharif Al-Hassan takes a look at the pilgrims' journey and the significance of their stay in Mecca as the epicenter of the pilgrimage. Take a look.
After spending 5 days in Medina, visiting Islamic landmarks, more than 40,000 intending pilgrims departed the city of Mecca for the pilgrimage. Having worn the ihram or white garment as a sign of purity, they made a stopover at Miqat.
The journey of the Hajj rituals begins here in Zulhulefa, popularly called the Miqat. It's a point where all intending pilgrims going for this year's pilgrimage to Mecca stop in order to make known their intention before heading to Mecca for the Umrah and Hajj proper.
These are Adamawa State intending pilgrims setting out on an 8-hour road trip to Mecca, reciting the Talbiyah, meaning Allah has called and they have answered. Shortly after securing their accommodation in Mecca, upon arrival, the intending pilgrims immediately moved to the Grand Mosque of Kaaba, Masjid Al-Haram Mosque, to perform Umrah, the Lesser Hajj.
The Kaaba is a sacred building situated at the center of the most prominent mosque in Islam, the Masjid Al-Haram, here in Mecca, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. It is also at this place where Muslims all over the world look up to as Qibla or direction for their 5 daily prayers.
Bello Manzo is among 2,583 Adamawa pilgrims who arrived and performed Umrah in Mecca. He is happy for being part of those who prays at the Masjid Al-Haram Mosque for the first time in his lifetime.
Wannan falalan ɗaya daga cikin ɗawafi, sannan akwai sallah, akwai nafila. Duk wanda ka gani anan ba abun da ya kawo shi sai dai ya zo ne don Allah.
From circumambulating the Kaaba 7 times to Safa and Marwa and the cutting off their hair, the Umrah rite is then completed.
Therefore, since there is enough time before Salah or before Arafah, they have to engage themselves in Kaaba, the holy Haram, with many supplications, tawaf, and many things to do, reading Quran, praying. So those are the expectations from the pilgrims.
The Zamzam holy water is among many other things enjoyed by the pilgrims in the Grand Mosque of Kaaba. As narrated in the holy books, Zamzam is the holy water and is termed as a great gift from God, which dates back to the time of Prophet Ibrahim.
As Nigerian intending pilgrims continues to arrive the city of Mecca, the first holiest Islamic city, they are expected to pray 5 daily prayers at the Masjid Al-Haram Mosque in view of its abundant blessings and reward within, before they will have to depart to Mina, the hub of the Hajj rituals, in days to come. From Makkatul Mukarramah, Sharif Al-Hassan.
And you're watching Trust TV News Update. Coming up after the break, we'll take a look at health implications of secondhand smoke. Stay with us.
That's great. That's good to see you.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is the news update on Trust TV. A recap of our top stories. President Tinubu retires service chiefs, advisors, Controller General of Customs, appoints new ones. 22 killed in fresh attacks in Barikin Ladi as 24-hour curfew imposed on Mangu local government area of Plateau State. Now, moving on to other news, there is a growing concern in Katsina metropolis after rains washed many graves in cemeteries in this state. Abdullahi Yamadi reports that over 30 cemeteries in the ancient city are at risk.
Among many major cemeteries affected by the downpour include Damarana, Dantakum, New and Old, as well as Rimimbadawa. Prominent sons of the state like the late General Shehu Yaradua and his younger brother, President Umaru Yaradua, were buried here, beside other highly placed Islamic scholars, such as famous Wali Damarana and Dantakum, among others. Residents are, however, concerned over neglect and vulnerable the graveyard faces during rainy season, even as some residents deliberately allow animals to graze inside these cemeteries, making it easy for rain to destroy graves whenever it comes.
At these crucial conditions, Government alone cannot shoulder all the responsibilities single-handedly without the people's cooperations, sacrifice, and assistance. Therefore, in this case, we have to come out in mass, see that we give our personal donations and call on people at the same time to come and donate for maintenance of our permanent homes, that is graveyards. We go around and discover some of our graveyards were collapsed and they need urgent attention for maintenance.
Though many unions, clubs and associations, including Nigeria Union of Journalists, were engaged in the graveyard rehabilitation some years back, the volunteering work is going down drastically. The sector is seriously suffering even as there are still few associations engaged in the rehabilitation of cemeteries in Katsina.
Last year we were able to bought about 2.something million naira herbicide, and it was dispersed to almost all the graveyards. But it is not enough. And this 2 million naira, over 2 million naira, were contributed by our own individuals. We and the general public contributed. Even His Royal Highness the Emir of Katsina last year was able to give us 500,000 naira toward the maintenance of our graveyards. So I'm still appealing to our people to please come to the aid of our graveyards. We cannot do it alone. It's a collective responsibility.
Islamic scholars say graveyards are everybody's ultimate destination, and therefore its rehabilitation is everybody's business. Abdullahi Ismayamadi, Trust Television News, Katsina.
Secondhand smoke is usually inhaled by passive smokers, knowingly or otherwise, with severe health implications and could lead to lung and heart disorders. In this report, Trust TV's Shafiu Suleiman speaks to a physician on the harmful effects and prevention of secondary smoke, saliently killing many unsuspecting victims in the society.
Secondary or passive smoking refers to exposure to second-hand smoke, which comes from a mainstream smoker or burning tobacco products. A person nearby exhales mainstream smoke from cigarettes or cigar containing harmful chemicals into the air, while unsuspecting, usually innocent persons inhale without knowing the dangers involved.
Cigarette smoke itself has about 400 carcinogens. Carcinogens are substances, chemicals that produces cancer. About 400 carcinogens, even more than most of those industrial effluents. In fact, there is virtually no organ in the body that does not feel the effect of smoking, be it the kidney, the liver, even the reproductive system. In fact, the effect is even more on a pregnant woman, on the child, on an unborn child of a pregnant woman.
Health experts say at times, a secondary smoker could be more at risk of diseases like high blood pressure, heart attack, and even stroke when compared with the mainstream smoker.
Those are assumptions that are not scientific. The main smoker is actually the primary victim of the cigarette smoke, because there is no way you inhale the thick concentration of the smoke into your lungs as the main smoker. Even if you blow anything out, whatever you blow out is still much around your nostrils than whoever is around you. So the thickness is higher around your own nostril. So you are still exposed to higher concentration than the passive smoker around. But the passive smoker is not spared.
Though there is no cure for secondhand smoke, preventive measures are usually observed by staying away from areas where people smoke. Burning of smoking in public spaces, restaurants, public vehicles, amongst others. Shafiu Suleiman, Trust TV News, Abuja.
In foreign news, Somalia's government has said 43 Al-Shabaab militants, including 2 senior commanders, were killed by Somali National Army forces during airstrikes. About 14 kilometers from the Jamami district in the lower Juba region, The statement did not specify the foreign partner that conducted the airstrike, but often U.S. Africa Command drones carry out attacks on Somali militant targets. The news comes as Somalia's Council of Ministers nominated Brigadier General Ibrahim Sheikh Muyadeen Ado as the new commander of the Somali National Army. A spokesman for the Somali Defense Ministry said the appointment follows a proposal to remove General Odawa Yusuf, who has held the position since March 2019. These military developments come at a time when the army, with the help of forces from neighborhood countries, is up for the second phase of an offensive against Al-Shabaab. The Chinese tech giant Alibaba announced on Tuesday that it will replace chairman and CEO Daniel Zhang with current executive vice chairman Joseph Tsai as chairman and Eddie Wu as CEO in September, Zhang said in a statement. It was the right time for him to step down as the firm looks to implement a full spin-off of its advanced cloud computing unit. Hangzhou-based Alibaba is one of China's most prominent technology firms with business operations spanning cloud computing, e-commerce, logistics, media, and entertainment and artificial intelligence. Following the executive transition, Zhang will continue to serve as chairman and CEO of Alibaba Cloud Intelligence Group. The firm has faced several unprecedented headwinds in recent years as Beijing imposed tighter restrictions on the domestic tech sector. Alibaba said in late March that it would split into 6 business groups in one of the most significant overhauls of a leading Chinese tech firm to date. Now, France striker Kylian Mbappe scored to set another milestone as his side maintained the perfect record in Euro 2024 qualifying group with a win over Greece, who finished with 10 men after a late send-off. Mbappe netted a second-half penalty, the only goal of the match, to become the all-time leading French scorer over a season with 54 goals for club and country, beating the mark set by Just Fontaine in 1957-58. It also helped the Paris Saint-Germain forward to move level with Manchester City striker Erling Haaland, who has the chance to finish as top scorer amongst those playing in the 5-man European leagues when Norway face Cyprus. The result moved France top of the group with 12 points, 6 ahead of second-place Greece, who had Konstantinos Mavropanos sent off in the 69th minute after Mbappe's 55th minute spot kick. France have now scored 9 goals and kept clean sheets in all 4 qualifying games. They next face third-place Ireland, who have 3 points from 3 games at home on September 7, when Greece travel to the Netherlands, who are fourth with 3 points from 2 matches. With that, we've come to the end of Trust TV's news update. Do not forget to follow us across all our media platforms and our YouTube live stream. I'm Amina Yuguda. Thank you for joining us.